Over the last few years, we've all gotten really familiar with at-home tests. That little plastic cassette, the dropper, and yeah, that tense wait for a line to appear. But what if that simple test could tell you so much more? Today, we're going to look under the hood of these tiny devices and see how a pretty simple upgrade could totally change the way you understand your own health.
Think about it. Whether it's a pregnancy test or a COVID test, the result is always, well, it's a yes or no. You either have it or you don't. But what if that same little test could tell you not just if, but how much? We're talking about your exact viral load or your precise hormone levels. Now that is the powerful leap we're about to explore.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll quickly go over the test we all know and love. Then we'll get into why a simple yes or no just doesn't cut it anymore and explore the power of asking how much. After that, we'll peek under the hood at the tech that makes it all possible, see how the pandemic put it to the ultimate test, and finally, look ahead to what this means for the future of your health.
All right, so what is this little device really? The official name is a Lateral Flow Immunoassay, or LFIA for short. And while they feel super modern, this core technology has actually been around for about 60 years. It's just a beautifully simple and effective piece of engineering. It all boils down to 4 simple steps. First, you add your liquid sample. As that liquid starts to flow, it picks up these tiny colored particles. Think of them as little flags looking for something to stick to. This mix then travels along a membrane. Now, if the thing you're testing for is there, it acts like glue, catching those colored flags and forming that visible line. Everything else just keeps flowing past to get soaked up at the very end. Simple, elegant, and super fast.
But as useful as that single line is, relying on just our eyes to read it, well, that has some serious limitations. And this is where the technology is making its next big move, getting past the problems of a simple visual yes or no.
See, the problem is these tests are really just for that first look, a primary screening. There's no automatic record of your result, it's pretty easy to misread a faint line, and here's the big one. They can't track change over time. You can't tell if you're getting better or worse, only that you're positive. That's it. This analogy just nails it. A traditional test is a light switch. It's on or it's off. But what medicine really needs now is a dimmer switch, a tool that can measure the exact brightness, or in this case, the precise concentration of something in your body. And that brings us to the solution, quantitative analysis. This is the science of turning that simple line into a hard number. It transforms the test from a basic on-off switch into a powerful measurement tool, finally giving us the power of asking, how much? So what's the big shift here? Well, we're moving from a simple visual check, that's qualitative, to a highly sensitive machine reader, which is quantitative. And that move completely changes the game, taking the test from just a screening tool to a tool for precise measurement and monitoring.
And why is this so important? Well, for one, it lets us bring lab-grade diagnostics right into our homes. It means our results can be automatically logged and sent straight into our health records. And maybe most important of all, it allows us to see what the naked eye just can't, detecting incredibly low concentrations of a virus, a hormone, you name it.
Okay, so how do these readers actually see what we can't? It's time for a quick peek under the hood. We're going to focus on the 3 main ways they do it, with colorimetric, fluorescence, and magnetic readers.
First up is the most common method, colorimetric. You can basically think of this as a super precise scanner. Remember those tiny colored particles we talked about? The reader uses a camera, a lot like the one in your phone, to measure the exact intensity of the color on that test line. The darker the line, the higher the concentration. Simple as that.
And that's not just some analogy. The high-performance camera you carry around in your pocket is a powerful colorimetric reader. Seriously, researchers are already building systems that use our smartphones to quantitatively analyze these tests with amazing accuracy. It turns the device you use every single day into a real diagnostic tool. Okay, next up is fluorescence. And this method is a huge step up in sensitivity. Instead of particles that are just colored, these ones actually glow when you shine a specific light on them. So the reader isn't just looking at a passive color, it's measuring an active signal, light being emitted. And because of that, the results can be way, way more precise. And finally, we've got magnetic readers. This is a really clever approach. Instead of using light or color at all, the test uses tiny magnetic nanoparticles as the labels. A special sensor then measures the strength of the magnetic field on the test line. The big advantage here? It's extremely robust, it doesn't get thrown off by smudges or the background color of the test strip, which makes it incredibly reliable.
Now, I know all this technology might seem a bit abstract, but the COVID-19 pandemic became this massive real-world test case that accelerated everything. The global need for better, faster, and more precise diagnostics just pushed this science forward at an unbelievable speed.
Before we look at a really cool number, we need a quick definition. Limit of detection, or LOD. All this means is it's the smallest amount of something that a test can reliably find. So a lower LOD means a more sensitive test, one that can catch an infection, for example, much earlier.
So, with that in mind, check out this number. Using one of those fluorescence-based tests, researchers could detect the SARS-CoV-2 virus with a limit of just 10 copies per test. That is like trying to find 10 specific grains of sand on an entire beach. It's a level of sensitivity it's completely beyond what the human eye could ever hope to see.
And this is where it gets really powerful in the real world. A quantitative antibody test can do more than just tell you if you've had COVID. It can tell you how strong your immune response is. This lets us track how effective a vaccine is for a specific person and understand how their immunity changes over weeks and months. This is personalized public health right in your hand. So where is all this headed? Well, all these advancements are coming together to create a brand new era of personal healthcare, one that is effectively putting a diagnostic laboratory right in your pocket. The technological trend is crystal clear. These powerful readers are getting smaller, they're getting cheaper, and they're getting smarter. As they get integrated into the devices we already own, it means greater and greater access to this powerful diagnostic information for everyone.
And this fundamentally changes the questions we can ask about our own health. We move from the simple reactive question of today, am I sick, to the much more powerful proactive questions of tomorrow, okay, how sick am I? Is this treatment actually working? Or even, hey, what are my vitamin D levels this winter?
It really just leaves us with this one fascinating thought to chew on. When the power of a diagnostic lab is built into the smartphone in everyone's pocket, what new possibilities are going to open up? What will we be able to monitor, track, and diagnose instantly from literally anywhere?
The potential is truly mind-boggling, and it's all happening faster than we think. Thanks for digging into the future of diagnostics with us. We'll see you next time.